Well, I think we can very clearly see that this attack on the work of NGOs and advocacy on a European level is not something that is new. It is something that we have already seen in the past legislature, also unfortunately pushed by EPP. And I can tell you that having a transparent look at what NGOs are doing, how they're spending money, how businesses, how any kind of actor who is using EU money is always something that we supported. But in this very moment, from what I see, it is driven by a campaign that is basically supposed to undermine the efforts for the Green Deal. Because when you look at the contracts, when you look at what has been revealed, I'm lacking the English word right now. The evidence, I'm sorry. The evidence that there has been wrongdoing is simply not there. So for me, this is very much a politically driven exercise. And I would be very cautious because the reasoning of why NGOs are supported in, for example, doing advocacy work on a European level is very obvious, because we want to have a level playing field between, for example, big corporations that have the money to do advocacy work here in the European institutions, but we also want the citizens' voices to be heard. We want, for example, environmental organizations, trade unions, people who are representing other voices to be heard in this pluralistic debate. And this is why we actually think that this kind of support given to NGOs is really worthwhile. Of course, it needs to be checked whether it was spent according to the rules, but this is how it looks right now. So for me, the transparency rules have been met, and the further going debate that we have is driven by a political attack on what these NGOs are actually working on.